Cade, you ready?
All right. Welcome to the Health Transformation webinar. This is Cade Archibald speaking here. So for all of you Instagrammers, you probably can't see my face, but I'm actually a real person and I'm here. So along with me, we got Regan Archibald, the original founder and just an amazing overall practitioner with East West Health, and he is here to spit some serious knowledge your way today. We're diving into cleansing and detoxification. We're on, if you guys haven't noticed the last few weeks, we are definitely on a spring cleaning kick. Yeah. So it's time to clean out the cupboards, clean out the house, and clean out your body. Get nice and clean so you can be ready to rock for spring and summer. So, Regan, let's dive in here.
Okay, so if you've ever wondered what is the difference between a detoxification and a cleanse, we're going to talk about that today in depth. And then if you guys stick around, what we're also going to do is I'm going to share with you our favorite cleanse at East West Health, and it's something we've had hundreds, probably thousands of patients go on, which is our Detox 360 program. So stick around. It's going to be really interesting. And I'll tell you, if you look at your body, our bodies are full of toxic material, whether we like it or not. And so if you look at what a toxin is, it's anything that can be irritating or creates a harmful effects in the body. You can get toxins from the water that you drink, the food that you're eating, the air, cosmetics. Lots of different products have toxins in them. It can also come from exposure to chemicals, pesticides, solvents, heavy metals, and molds. And so if you look at toxins, I used to think that toxin was kind of like this soft word. I'm like, show me the science. And now what we're finding is that there's depths of science and depths of understanding when it comes to toxins. And so we're going to talk about some of those today. One of the biggest contributors that you want to look at are the dust mites, the mold, the pet danders, microbes. These things are in your house. And so, Cade, I know we've been talking a lot about like the mold exposure in buildings and houses, but a lot of times we don't realize that there's these other things going on. Asbestos. Do you remember when they quit putting when asbestos became illegal in houses? Or you remember that building code on that?
I don't. I was
Kid.
Can you not hear me?
Oh no, there you are. Now it is. Sorry, I couldn't hear you for a second.
No, I don't. I do not remember that.
Okay, I don't know the exact date, but I think it was like 1980. And maybe someone out there knows, but there's asbestos, especially if you're in construction at all. You want to watch out for that. There's lead paint. There's radon. I mean, one of the things I've always been worried about with Cade is he ate a lot of paint chips as a kid, and one of the hardest things to overcome is the neural damage from the lead. There's radon exposure.
It's been tough to overcome that. You fed me paint chips.
They're tasty, but okay. And then there's the solvents or secondhand smoke. There's formaldehyde. Be careful on the bed that you buy. And then there's pesticides. And so I know we've talked about these a little bit, but I'm just sharing with you some of the toxins that are out there now. The biggest one that I was exposed to is glyphosate. And so glyphosate is something that Monsanto is a company that they produce glyphosate and they put it in a product called Roundup. And glyphosate is not actually the only toxin out there in Roundup. There's other carcinogens in it. But one of the things that happened just about a year and a half ago is there's a big acquisition where Bayer, and you remember Bayer, Cade, the company that makes aspirin and pharmaceutical drugs, Bayer bought out Monsanto's for $68 billion. And I put an offer in for $6,800 and they didn't take my offer because I wanted to buy Monsanto and just shut it down, but I just I just didn't have 68 billion. Times were tight.
Yeah, those jerks, they wouldn't even entertain your offer.
I mean, I was like, come on.
1/1000th of the cost.
But yeah, if you look at it now, now what Bayer's going to do is they're going to bring Monsanto and bring their processes and some of their pesticides into Europe, which is kind of scary. And then they want to start creating these chemotherapy drugs. So here you go, just for you farmers out there. It's just a good job, but I get a good salary. All right, so let's jump in. Glyphosate is what I was exposed to in boatloads of supplies, and the glyphosate ended up triggering a lot of autoimmunity in my body. I didn't heal as quick. I think that could be one of the reasons why I had so many issues with my teeth. If you look at California's proposed limits of glyphosate, what they are saying is that it becomes carcinogenic if you do more than 1.1 milligrams. If you look at what the EPA legally allows, for farmers to spray on their crops and for food to be contained with up to 140 milligrams. So 127 times more glyphosate is what our federal government allows than what California's proposed limits are. And California is pretty spot on when it comes to the amount of glyphosate. So why am I sharing this with you? Well, glyphosate is in anything genetically modified. It's in our processed foods or packaged products. It's in the air. And when you look at all the other substances that are linked with glyphosate, all the other diseases, it's linked to cancer, kidney failure, chromosomal damage, immune system damage. And then the other chemicals that are combined with Roundup are 1,000 more times toxic than glyphosate alone. And so there's a lot that needs to happen. And one of the things that's now starting to happen, so you guys don't think this is some conspiracy idea, is that there was a gardener named Dwayne Johnson, and he was awarded $289 million in damages for the cancer that he had. When the doctor looked at him, this was in January 2019, his body was 80% covered in lesions with this non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. Because of all the chemical exposure he had from Roundup. And so now the judge has reduced it to $78 million, but this is a real thing and a real danger. So as you look at your own health and your own body, and now we say, hopefully I've got you convinced that everybody needs some type of detoxification or cleanse. But now let's dive into the topic of the hour. What's the difference? So Cade, any ideas of what I'm going to say about what the difference is between a detoxification and a cleanse, or is this a mystery to you?
I'm pretty excited about this mystery sandwich I'm about to bite into. So I'll just leave it at that.
Okay, so first of all, if you look at when we talk about a cleanse is where is generally referred to is in the colon area. You need to cleanse your body, so you need to get all the garbage, all the fecal matter, any of the plaques that get built up in our colon. That's going to be your cleanse. And so one of the things you guys know I have coming up this year in November is it's a 2-week-long cleanse in Switzerland, and I want you guys to join me. So I'm going to be talking about this in just a minute, but a cleanse can be done by a coffee enema. For those of you who have ever done like the magnesium flush, that can be a cleanse. That's what we refer to as a cleanse, is more of the colon cleansing. And there is detoxification. Detoxification is usually other types of products where you're looking at addressing the kidneys, the liver, the lymphatic system, the skin. Those are some of the major areas. So just to clarify, why do you need to detox?
So cleanse, when I hear cleanse, I think more of like loose stools and things like that. Yeah.
Sometimes a cleanse can create that. And a cleanse is just to make things clean. If you look at the dictionary definition, if you look at detoxification, it's a process of moving toxic substances or qualities. And so if you look at a cleanse just in and of itself, like, yes, you need to keep your colon nice and clean all the time, but there are certain times where you would want to just do a complete flush. Like if you're doing a colonoscopy, you're gonna get cleaned out, and that's like literally they want to like make it a sterile zone in there before the camera goes into your colon and starts peeking around.
Cool. Yeah, but that's not necessarily a good thing, is it? Because we still want to like have some good bacteria in there, right?
Exactly. And so that's where if you go on a cleanse too long, it's just like washing your hands too much or showering too frequently. Like you can actually do more harm than good if you're always cleansing. And there are people, I've had patients who are literally, they get addicted to the cleansing process because you feel good. It's like a little bit of euphoria that kicks in when you're cleansing. But yes, you need to clean out, but detoxification is probably what you want to focus a little more energy on. Maybe a cleanse, doing a colon cleanse in the fall and in the spring. It's a great thing for you. Or if you've like, man, your bowel movements aren't working well, get going on a cleanse. But detoxification is going to be like, let's get this stuff out of the cellular matter. Let's dive in deep. So just some of the basics. If you're trying to detoxify your body, very first thing is you want to make sure that your colon is moving. So you kind of want to combine a cleanse with the detoxification. And so let's talk about that. In your bowels, you do have toxic substances, and these can have damaging health effects. One of the biggest things you want to do before you ever start any kind of detoxification is making sure you're passing nice quantities of stool in your bowel movements. And so one of a guest that was on my podcast, one of the things he said is our poops should not take longer than it takes our dogs to poop. And so now my dogs kind of poop weird though. They'll poop like, and then they get so like they want to just run and they like can't stop long enough to do it. So they'll poop several different, like 3 different times. But
yes, I've actually witnessed that.
Yeah, and their tails are all quivering and they're like, but imagine if you had a dog that didn't have like anxiety disorders. That's how we want to poop. Sorry, guys. Okay, so you want to make sure in your stool, my teachers say foot-long floater. So you want to have nice, even bowel movements. Pooping, there's differing opinions out there. Like, when are you really cleaned out? Well, most of us have one bowel movement in the morning. That's our big bowel movement. And then another one in the afternoon. Any more than 3 bowel movements might be a little excessive. But before you jump into the detox, make sure we got the bowels are moving. And there's plenty of herbal formulas out there that can help you get that done. Okay, so now what I really want to talk about is, let's talk about this way you can not only get a cleanse, but a detoxification in your body through this beautiful Detox 360 made by Apex. And Linda Clark, she attended John F. Kennedy University, has a degree in nutrition. I believe she resides in California. She's been a mentor to several of our patients and our providers here at East West. But she designed this protocol for a detoxification. And most of the time when you hear detoxification, there will be supplements and products that you use to enhance the detoxification process. And so in this Detox 360, what you'll have is there's going to be different weeks. And so in the program, you're going to, first of all, you're going to have CDs, and you're going to have a meal kit. You're going to have smoothie recipes. And I've got the binder right here that I can show you guys. So it comes with this beautiful binder, and then there's a DVD that your patients can take home and watch it. And I'm like, who has a DVD player anymore? We need to
get some digital files there.
Yeah, we do have digital files too, but sometimes it's nice to just kind of get this handed over to you. So some of the products that are in this Detox 360, these products are going to be targeted nutrition, like your omega 3s, your Metacrine, your Clearbite, your Nourish Greens. Now the Nourish Greens are not they're not super tasty. They could use a little stevia, but if you mix them with the Clearbite, the Clearbite's actually really tasty. It's no problem. and the metacrin, the omega-3s. This is what's really going to give your body the nutrients it needs. And that's one of the misnomers of being on a cleanse or going on a detoxification, is that for some reason your body is going to be lacking nutrients. And that's the farthest thing from what a cleanse is that you could find. You actually want your body full of nutrients. That's what a detox and a cleanse is it's giving your body the right ingredients so that it can open up all the detoxification pathways. And so there's going to be, in this whole Detox 360, there's going to be recipes, there's food selections, there's meal plans, and then there's a program management, so you know what day that you need to be taking specific supplements and what times you're going to eat specific foods, how much exercise you're going to get. It's all laid out for you. There's going to be the Detoxification Lifestyle. So there's the Detox DVD, there's the water DVD, because we want you to stay hydrated. There's how to get better sleep. There's exercise, how to relax your body, how to do a massage. There's taking Epsom salt baths every night, doing the dry brush scrubbing. Those are going to be really important in this whole this 360 detoxification. There's also going to be drainage formulas for your liver, your kidneys, and your lymph. So it's a true detoxification and not just a cleanse. It's not just working on the colon, but it's actually working on all the internal systems so that your body can actually feel really good. And so, Cade, what would you say some of the symptoms are that a person would need to be aware of and that might trigger them to say, it's time for me to do a detox?
If you're having regular brain fog, if you have digestive health problems, a lot of dry skin issues, or just like maybe you're feeling like you're bloated or overweight. Those are all really good ways. Yeah, those reasons are good signs to do one.
Yeah, big indicators. And sometimes I'll do a cleanse and it doesn't need to be something super long and comprehensive, but I think if you do something this comprehensive at least once a year, you're going to feel so much better and so much healthier because of it. So some of the things that these cleanses are designed to do is it's designed to not only help with changing the paradigm around your lifestyle, because we get so stuck on doing the same thing day in and day out. We eat the same foods over and over again. And so one of the things that a cleanse can do is it can actually help bring you to some realizations that there's other ways of doing things. And so just as I look at this, so some of the things that I'll give you an example of is week 1 is going to be kind of your introduction. And week 1, just looking at this, is where you've got a journal. So you're going to keep a journal of what you ate for breakfast, a journal of what your snacks were. And it's kind of the preparation stage. And week 1 is really to get your body ready for some deep healing. Week 2 is where, and week 1, just to give you an example, week 1 is going to give you, no deep fried foods, avoid coffee, drink at least 2 quarts of filtered water, drink herbal teas like dandelion root, chamomile, fenugreek, milk thistle, licorice root, and other teas. Avoid legumes and grains. If you're following the vegetarian meal plans, eat a variety of these things. So this is kind of what you're looking at. Lifestyle. Make sure you get more than 7 hours of sleep. Check labels on packaged and canned foods. Take a walk or exercise every day. Sweat every day. Take at least 3 cleansing baths during the week. Cade, you need to start bathing is what they're going to tell you on this. So,
dang it. I have to actually get wet.
Get wet, and no paint chips is also in here. Please do not eat lead-based paint chips.
Those are quite addicting, though. Like it's a problem I have.
Yeah, they're pretty. And then talk about at least one thing that you're grateful for. And so this is where this whole thing, it's more of a lifestyle reset than just like let's eat. And so week 2, now read a good book, listen to some soothing music, meditation, prayer. These are really important things. And week 2 is where you change up your supplement routine. And so throughout this entire process, you're going to eliminate alcohol, sodas, caffeine, coffee. You're going to be avoiding grains, nightshades. And then in week 2, this is where you start avoiding eggs, dairy, and chocolate as well. So I'm just giving you guys the heads up, because I know a lot of you are going to say, man, I'm ready to do a detox because I want to feel better. I want my energy to be up. I want more mental clarity. Lifestyle, take time to rest and relax. Take cleansing baths, skin brushing, sweat each day. And then you're going to have the lymphatic. This is where you start the lymphatic detoxification. So really important. Okay, we're going to jump into week 3. And week 3, this is where you're going to add in some products to go into the deep cleanse. So week 1 is all prep. It's getting you off some of the foods that are adding toxins. So the prep stage is like, let's remove what your body does not need. And then week 2 is where you actually start working on the lymphatics, because the lymphatic ducts are where we put the drainage into. So when your body is going through the cellular detoxification, it's your lymphatic system that does not want to get burdened with that. Week 3, this is where we go to the deep cleanse. And so this is where you're doing the drainage support. You're going on the glutathione. You're taking the Clearvite, the Metacrin. And this is where you really are going to start hydrating substantially. So week 3, some of the major things, lifestyle things you're going to be doing is this is where you're going to be using, more olive oil, avocado oils, more coconut oil. You're going to be getting trained on how to chew your food. And you guys are like, why would I need to be trained on how to chew my food? But actually being present with your food, eating unlimited fresh, raw, or lightly steamed vegetables, eating a couple snacks per day. And then this is actually where you're going to start doing some things on deeper sleep, detoxification, and health. And then we really want to start tracking your sleep habits, because sleep is one of the best ways that our body repairs itself. That's when you get growth hormone. Okay, now deep 4, we're going deeper into the digestive system. We're going deeper into the liver in week 4. And so this is where we really start activating the hydrochloric acid in your stomach. So a lot of you are not producing the types of enzymes and breaking down the food as well as you could. And so week 4 is really where you start resetting the entire digestive system. This is where we're going to talk about stress, to make sure as you finish the cleanse, you're not stuck in this kind of stress cycle in your life. This is where physical interventions come in, because we want you oxygenated. It's also where you start activating muscles and this process called autophagy, where your body actually starts using cells to build more muscle. And then this is where emotional interventions come in, because now it's 4 weeks. And if you don't balance your sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system in this process, then your body can actually build up, no matter how healthy you're eating. If you're in an environment that's nothing but organic lushness, if you have stress, cortisol is going to be one of those hormones that can actually build up toxins in your body. So that's why you can see people who are like, they eat nothing but perfect food. They get all the exercise they need, but they're still really sick because they're in the stress mode. And so stress still is one of those things. And if that doesn't work, then what we do is it's a procedure that works for every person every time, 100% of the time for stress, and that's called a prefrontal lobotomy. And so we just take an ice pick and just kind of tap it in there, and that seems to help.
Super effective. People come out with brand new personalities.
Yeah, we don't recommend that, but stress is key, and that's why getting acupuncture through this process is so important, because acupuncture is a way of getting your lymphatics moving, but it helps you just relax to the state where you can actually start working on some of the stress in your body, let it go while you're on the table, and really just start managing your life a little better. So week 4 is also what we call managing your productivity. So we call it be conscious of your time. There's no such thing as multitasking. So focus on one thing at a time. Plan ahead. Find your prime time. Have quiet time. Technology is your friend, so use calendars. and manage your time that way, set priorities, and then manage your energy in response to stressors. So really, as you can see, week 4 is, this is kind of the final process in this cleanse. And week 4 is really when you want to start like really getting your lifestyle honed in. So hopefully that gives you guys a little bit of an idea of what you need to do, what your next step is. And so what we have is we have this entire Detox 360 kit. And some of you may be able to see it there, but we want to get you set up on the Detox 360 kit. For those of you who are ready for the challenge, join me, join Cade, join all of us at East West on with the Apex 360 challenge. So we're giving you all a 20% discount today. So the typical cost for the Apex 360 is $399. You guys get a 20% discount, but you have to get this going before the end of the month. So I'm not going to let you procrastinate this. So all you need to do is send us an email, give us a phone call at one of the clinics, and you can find us at acueastwest.com, and let's get you going on your brand new detoxification body, a body that's more robust, that feels better and works better. So Cade, anything you want to say about that?
No, just shoot us an email, Cade at acueastwest.com, or Regan at acueastwest. Give one of our offices a call and just mention this webinar and the 20% off the Detox 360. And just do something about detoxing, whether it's doing this kit or something. Take some action and then get yourself cleaned up.
Yeah, and the beautiful thing about the kit is it's very step-by-step. So I don't know how you guys are, but I just like things to be very clear. And then you'll be able to work with our nutritionists, our health coaches here, for those of you who are patients, and then they can help walk you through step by step. I know a lot of you are out of the state. Some of you are in Canada from what I can see. And so we do ship. Getting things through customs in Canada is tricky. So I can't make any promises on that, but we have had no problems there. But if you need us to ship it to you, that's not a problem. And then, but what I can tell you, when you do a cleanse and a detoxification, if you're working on something big in life and you're just like really ready for a reset and you're just ready to start clean, this is one of the easiest ways of doing it. If you guys are really ready to take it to the next level, I would say in the spring, do Apex 360. In the fall, come join me in Switzerland, because we are going to be doing cleansing processes that the FDA does not allow to have happen in the United States. We're doing a lot of biologic medicine. You'll be able to get different labs ran by some of the most prestigious doctors in the world. And then you'll be able to hang out with me for a couple weeks in Switzerland. It's close to Lake Como. It's about an hour-and-a-half train ride to Lake Como in Italy. You fly into Milan, and this is going to be either November 3rd through the 10th or November 10th through the 17th. Or if you want to just hang out the entire 2 weeks, come hang out for the entire 2 weeks. So this is Apex 360. We'll get you ready for that in November. And then November is where you're going to have a brand new body. Brain cells to stem cells is the goal there.
Beautiful.
So, yes. Okay. Well, I think our time is up. Any last questions before we finish this webinar?
Yeah, I think it looks like covered it well. Thank you, Regan. And yeah, everybody hop on, start getting a cleanse going. I think just to Regan's point, it's so nice having it all just written out and drawn out for you. And then get to this Swiss retreat. That's like the next level. So really excited. We'll see you guys next week, same time, same place, and have an amazing week.
All right. See you guys.
Bye-bye.